everyone, this is Doki Doki, and welcome back to Doki Doki here. We're just gonna pick up where we left off at, and turn your headphones up, because it might be some cute little music later, or somebody screaming, I don't know, but we shall find out. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. I forgot that you read so much. Let me go ahead and drink some water. Says if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. There is no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I like how I announced my size. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange the sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. I think you don't like her, or she don't like you. But I can't tell if that was like a nice, rude comment to say. To try that hard to come up with something nice to say. Thanks, but it really don't come out nice at all. I'm about to say it really didn't. That sounded horrible. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Kinar did too. Based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. Don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Kinar liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Kinar appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Kinar started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Kinar, she was just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader and not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Kinar. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Kinar? Well, how did I get dragged into this situation in the first place? It's not like I know anything anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Yep, Sayori. Natsuki glares at me, trying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring it to myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Eh? Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Kinard. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to inject their own feelings into conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what the stuck-up jerk she's being. It is your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop. Natsuki, you're... Yuri. Natsuki, Yuri, right. You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because. Well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Wow. Sayori. That was random. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. Make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monika. Oh, I was supposed to whisper that. My bad. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing to me. Maybe you're the one that's depressed. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Huh? That makes two of us. That's like a real random thing to say. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine expression really makes a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I can get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. Okay, everyone. This is just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing the poems today? That was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Kinard, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job at pressing of those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with a few newfound determination. Kinard, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion. That's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you. Yeah. You know, Kinard, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Huh. Random stuff. Random. A controllable, plumber, melancholy, cube, vanilla, essence. What is climax? Oh, the climax. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over here in the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Kennard. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in a club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse then? She got me down as that emoji of food. I'm nothing but food to her. Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming in the club room. So either you're not hungry and just wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned on conveniently forgetting that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ooh. Oh, she an instigator. She coming in here, sideline. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Liar. Yuri! Tell Kennard to let me borrow some money. Wow. Don't get me involved in something like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. This is true. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough. Retribution. Wow. I didn't mean that. She lives in that strict household, and I'm pretty sure, alright, Yuri's a little weird now, but I still like her the best so far. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. That doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you can think like that. You were right though. You were right though. I don't even know what I just said. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. What? Why are they speaking like that? Retribution. Okay, thank you. I'm like, that didn't make sense. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me a little more credit than that, Sayori. Wow, what is that? What just happened? What was that? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it was a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Did I throw that cookie at her? It's because I paid for my retribution. Retribution. I just said it wrong myself. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just going to give it to you. It was Natsuki. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Be like that sometime. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Bakers can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Oh wow. Sayori gets out of her seat, goes behind Natsuki, and then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a big kid sometimes. Monica, can I push the button before I could, yeah. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the clubroom. Huh? Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late lately? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? I'm about to say that's kind of insulting in a way, if you didn't agree with that. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super late. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't too worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it too. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Kennard. Oh no, the little sideway pop, whatever that is. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share it once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back at her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. Yeah. Or, whatever. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have one request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches the electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, too. I suddenly realized how weird it sounds explaining this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with Keenard helping in the club activities? Wow, she just kind of shut her down. She did say she's not great at confronting with people. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Keenard. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Keenard, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them anyway. I read that so wrong. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns light rain shower into a hurricane. Yeah, I heard that one before. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would... What kind of friend would do that? I get so dang on trigger happy in this game. Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Keenard, I really like being friends with you. Uh-huh. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. We're going to read those poems, aren't we? Keenard, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature to the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get to the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. She's a lie. She's an expert. In that case, you'll be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea levels. To my surprise, she even starts humming to herself a little. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a little bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Don't push yourself too much. Yuri's worrying about me, Kennard. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Kennard, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over on my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of my... Yeah. Your posture. Thank you. Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes. I have terrible reading posture. I see it in a million people that come and see me for posture problems. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. Retrieve the book from my bag. Have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it will go well with tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups on our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? I mean, if you just wanted to touch me, why didn't you just ask? You could have asked. Why you ain't asked? Just ask. Be straightforward. Ain't no point in doing all that other stuff. Just ask. Straightforward. Straightforward is way easier. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind and cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume that the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my leg and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading it from her. I'm getting distracted. This is a pretty picture. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively placed the chocolate in her mouth. I had to focus on saying that word. That was horrible. And I still said it wrong. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me. Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Kennard, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. You were just helping. That's something that friends do too. Right. I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need me to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really intense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't even avert her gaze. I notice her chest is rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. Well, why wouldn't it? I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. That's sick. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Keenard, you can help Yuri put away that tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Monica! Let's go with Monica. We're gonna go backwards this time. Hi again, Keenard. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. That one's good. This is good. This is good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imaginary is better than the last one I read. Just wondering. But have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature. It's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I feel like she knows something. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh well, I know. I was just saying, but anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way that this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveform, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me. Huh? What? Load. Load. Load? No. That means I start all the way over. What are you trying to do? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Uh-huh. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I'd never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I write the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Uh-huh. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? Save. Okay. Code. What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna end this here. This seems like a good spot to end because of, I guess, if we make the wrong decision or something, we can just go ahead and start, I guess, right back there or something and see what happens from there. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. See ya. Apprehensively. I apprehend.